You say help the babies.
Help the babies, man.
Help the people, man. Stop the cheating business, man. All that stuff, man. Listen here, man. Welcome to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John.
I am the one and only Mr. Edmond.
Hey, and this program is being brought to you as part of the New Image Project of the Community Development and Training Center, aka See That.
See that.
And we like to thank y'all for tuning in, helping us to redefine what's cool. Mr. Edmond.
Yes, sir.
What's good, man?
Oh man, I want to tell everybody thank you for all the birthday wishes.
Yes, sir. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
1,000
a thousand birthday wishes, huh?
And I appreciate y'all so much.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Definitely, man. We appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir.
We appreciate your mother and your father, and you know what I'm saying, for giving the world you.
Whew. That's big. That's deep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I'm thankful too. Thank y'all so much.
Real talk, man. So this day in history is May 25th. May 25th is the 145th day of the Gregorian calendar. On this day, the SpaceX Dragon became the first commercial spacecraft to connect with the International Space Station. The first Star Wars movie was released in theaters, and the now famous Gateway Arch in St. Louis, Missouri was also dedicated.
Okay.
Another thing, this day in history, George Floyd.
Yeah, I already know. It's going to be a George Floyd memorial protest at City Hall, like the remembrance and some in Stick of House.
Right. Okay, so that's this afternoon.
Yeah, make me a lot of people.
Okay,
but yes, it's supposed to be the day after the 12th.
And I think we posted this on the St. Pete community calendar.
It's supposed to be at 6 the day. I want to say.
Okay, yeah, and for those who've been living in a bubble, like not on this planet, George Floyd. So it was on the evening of May 25th, 2020. White Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin killed George Floyd, a black man, by kneeling on his neck for almost 10 minutes. The death recorded by bystanders touched off what may have been the largest protest movement in U.S. history and nationwide reckoning on race and policing. The details of the cases are all listed up in here. They said all told, about 2,000 cities and towns in all 50 states saw some form of demonstration in the weeks that followed Floyd's death, as well as major cities across the globe. The protests also set off local and national dialogue about the role and budgets of the American police departments, as well as intense discussions in schools and corporations about how to end racism and create inclusivity, equality, and equity.
That's so it was the a lot of people say it was like big in the Emmett Till.
Okay.
But
the
impact of what happened and when it happened. It was recorded.
Right.
I think a 13, 16-year-old girl recorded it.
Yeah.
And it was giving her flack about not helping.
Right.
But I think she did what most noble act she could.
And I think they might have nominated her. She might have won a prize or something.
Yeah, but they was on her neck or on the person who filmed it back.
Yeah.
For a second till the story of who she was came out.
Right. Yeah, and I mean that like you said, it's like the Emmett Till picture. It was the Emmett Till picture on the cover of Ebony magazine that really like woke people up and got people, man.
Yeah, inspired people to get into the fight. I ain't gonna lie. Inspired me to start marching and protesting.
I remember.
I never did it. I was against protesting.
Oh yeah. See, I didn't know you was against. I just know you. I didn't know.
I didn't like protesting. I wasn't protesting. I used to film it.
Yeah.
But I wasn't protesting.
But wasn't actively involved in protests. And I went and see, I have done protests before that, but then when I went during that, it was just the energy and my spirit was like, man,
it didn't talk to you.
It didn't speak to me, man.
It had me out there about 200 days.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Flying over America.
Yeah. We actually
doing the fight.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And getting called in to defend the right to protest.
I mean, I think it was important because, like, you see what happened. They made all these laws, and it's different cross city lines, cross county lines. There's all kinds of new laws that took effect. For against protesting, trying to make people stop protesting.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Matter of fact, in Florida, they passed that anti-protesting bill that followed that, and that came up after.
Yeah, they be hating because sometimes that's the only thing we have to fight with.
Right.
Is a march or a protest. And that's what I had to learn, because sometimes there's only one way to get the word out.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Put the boots on the ground.
That's
Good,
it.
good morning, Darius. I see you. Good morning, Tweet. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate y'all. It's also What's on Your Mind Wednesday, y'all. So you can definitely give us a call, 727-637-2416. 727-637-2416. Please give us a call. It is What's on Your Mind Wednesday. Just real quick, couple of announcements and things we wanted to make sure we cover before we get into the heart of what we got to talk about today. Landlords in the city of St. Pete can no longer refuse to rent to tenants who have housing vouchers or Section 8.
Okay.
As of April 15th, it is illegal for a landlord in St. Pete to deny a tenant based upon any legal source of income. We were talking with a city council member yesterday. Shout out to Brandy Gabbard, man. So one of the things that we talked about is the only way that they're gonna know is if we call and complain. Like there's no, discrimination task force. There's no people that's going around knocking on doors saying, "Hey, did they discriminate against you? Did they not rent to you because you got this voucher?"
There's no automatic kick in. It gotta be enforced.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta call. You know what I'm saying?
Stand up for your rights.
You gotta stand up for your rights. Good morning, Lily. I see you. Thank you for tuning in.
And like you say, because tenants do have rights. St. Pete does have a tenants bill of rights.
Yeah.
And it's a list of the rights of tenants because even in Tampa has new rules where 60 days before they can kick you out, or before they can raise your rent without 60 days notice. So the whole Bay Area really getting into some type of, how can you say, housing.
Yeah.
Some type of housing legislation or housing bills because people got to do something about it.
Real talk, man, and it's crisis level. You know what I'm saying? Ryan, I see you. Thank you for tuning in, big bro. Welcome home, man. And so so if you're discriminated against, if you have a housing voucher or Section 8 voucher and a landlord refuses to rent to you, also if they won't accept any legal source of income, because all income sometimes
illegal sources legal.
Yes, legal sources of income. And so if you can report a violation, you call the city's codes compliance department. That's where the enforcement is happening. 727-893-7373. I knew you was gonna be triggered by that one. 727-893-7373 if you're discriminated against.
So and I also want to say sometimes people don't understand, but those housing vouchers are not only the housing vouchers, but the agencies.
Right.
All are legal forms of income.
Absolutely.
That can't be denied as income.
And then there's another thing that we wanted to talk about real quick too, the community benefits agreement.
Oh man, the CBA.
Yeah, the CBA policy is in effect, and that's
what they got the CBAC coming out.
The committee,
where they're gonna put the people together to be over the CBA, the community benefits agreement.
Right, and there's a CBAC standing committee. Those have been selected. There's 4 standing members.
Okay.
But there's a project that's coming up right now, and the city is actually taking applications for up to 5 CBAC committee members. These will be ad hoc committee members to talk about the benefits that will be included in this project. So if you live within 1 mile of the current project, and that was the whole goal, like they have people who are in those areas and in the community, in the impacted area, to be able to have a say on what benefits will be proposed. And so you have to live within 1 mile of the current active project. And that project is at 800 First Avenue South. We're encouraging you to apply. There's 4 vacant ad hoc CBA positions. Here's how they do it though, man. The applications for the members came out on May 23rd, and it's only open for like 5 days, right? So from May 23rd until May 28th, you can apply. We actually shared a link on the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club page.
So that's like 5 days, and we are inside the 4th day.
Yeah, we got
the first day.
Yeah, we got 2-3 days left, man.
Wow.
Yeah, and so, but that's why we're here. We're here to make sure that we try and get the word out as best as possible, just so that you get an idea of what some of the neighborhoods are that are impacted by this project. Neighborhoods within the 1 mile area include Bartlett Park, Campbell Park, historic Kenwood, Old Northeast, Rosa Park, Melrose, Mercy neighborhood, also 13th Street Heights are some of the neighborhoods that are included.
So it's kind of like the hood right there, 16th Street area.
Yeah, we see it got it's like the 1 mile, radius of weather, you know what I mean?
And so get involved. You never really got in there like this. Maybe it's something you need to check out. It's gonna be on the page.
Shout out to King Jab. He said he just applied. That's what I'm talking about.
Shout out to King Jab. King Jab is like for real.
Yeah.
That's the voice of the people, literally.
Yeah.
Man, like keep it 1,000
for real
all times.
All
Big
time.
shots out to King Jab, man. All the kings jumping and driving right now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
King, hey, King Corey, I see you, man, with the podcast,
No
man.
doubt, no doubt. Burners, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you joining. All right, so headline news, man. Gunman kills 18 children, 3 adults in Texas grade school. And what's that? Uvalde, Texas. An 18-year-old gunman opened fire Tuesday at a Texas elementary school, killing at least 18 children as he went from classroom to classroom. Officials said in the latest gruesome moment for a country scarred by a string of massacres. The assailant was killed by law enforcement. The death toll also includes, they said, 3 adults, according to State Senate Senator Roland Gutierrez. And hold on one second here. Hold on one second. Yeah, State Senator Gutierrez said that it was the death toll was he included the adults. It was not immediately clear whether the death included the attacker. The massacre at Robb Elementary School in the heavily Latino town of Uvalde was the deadliest shooting in the U.S. grade school since the gunman killed 20 children and 6 adults in Sandy Hook Elementary. The attack came just 10 days after a deadly racist rampage at Buffalo, New York supermarket that added to a years long string of mass killings in the United States. And what we're going to do is, they've been talking about the mental health aspect of it, right? And how, they've been using that. And so to join us in that conversation and really lift us up, we have on the line, caller, you on the air. What's on your mind Wednesday? Give us your name. Yes. Mm, right. Right.
Mm.
Right. Right. Yeah. What do you think is the impact on the mental health of the community once you keep ingesting and seeing these mass shootings, like the fear that it's caused? So I'm hearing people talk about, when you take your children to school now, you know what I mean, and what you think about when you drop your children off, and how they giving them extra hugs and hugging them, a little tighter, going into the school. And then when you go grocery shopping, like like what do you think the impact is long term on the mental health of the community?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Right. Right. Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. What desensitized? That's the word that I've heard. Yeah.
Mm,
Right. Right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Okay. Okay. Well, Dr. Butler, I want to thank you for chiming in this morning. Thank you for calling in. And how can people reach you if they do want to, process the way that they're feeling? And absolutely. Absolutely. No, thank you. And thank you for calling. Bye bye. Yeah. Mr. Edmond, what say you, man?
I think everything she said true. I actually talked to my children about it, and they all different. They all on different type of spectrum. Some,
Yeah.
don't remember having no drills, and then my youngest, like,
So,
well,
so
my
how
second,
you start that conversation?
my children, my children older, so we just went. They just is talking about it because it's like happening
It's
in
like on
real
the news.
time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So it's
yeah.
like something that's going on there, right in that space,
Right, right, right.
and
So it ain't like oh yeah, we got to make time to talk about it. It's like, yeah, this just it's right in their face.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like going on right now in real time.
Right, right, right. Yeah, it's crazy, man. But yeah, definitely, like what Dr. Butler said, man, allow yourself time to process what you're dealing with. This stuff is not normal. Seeing this stuff happen all the time.
Is it becoming normal?
If we let it, I guess, huh? If we let it, because like here's another headline, right? In that same vein, bond denied for two men charged in mass shooting outside near North Side McDonald's. This was in Chicago.
Oh yeah, I seen that.
Yeah, so it was a shooting of two men that was charged. They had two people that died, seven left wounded
Mm-hmm.
outside of a McDonald's in Chicago. And they were arrested and put into custody as
And they
well,
had
man.
like beef, so that was like an ongoing personal beef, some street beef, some
Yeah,
stuff they had going on.
yeah.
And those are all the same, it's all violence. But it's a little different when somebody just runs into a vehicle.
Yeah, random
It
shooting.
is like
Yeah,
it's a different classification in my mind because like those none of those children even knew
Yeah,
of this person.
right. And then he intentionally going in
See, that was
classroom to
one of the questions
classroom.
one of my children were asking, like, what connection he had to the school.
Right, right. Oh yeah, your children on the next level, man.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, it was
yeah,
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 for
yeah,
real, like intriguing, like deep.
yeah.
What is this? What's that? Oh, did you hear about that? Remember that happened? Like, I'm like, oh, whoa,
Okay, they call the roll, huh?
whoa. Remember
Yeah,
this happened at that school? Remember this? They used to say this, and whoa.
yeah, because they have the one it was a shooter. Was it the Sandy Hook shooter that's on trial right now?
Um,
Well, he
it's
didn't go
not
to
Sandy
trial.
Hook. The other one.
Newtown or something like that.
It's so
I
many
can't.
of them.
Yeah, I
And
can't
then
remember. Yeah,
what when they said it was like 20 on that one shooting, eight. Dang, I never remember. It was 20 children that died.
yeah,
Like, cause it's like a desensitized news presentation.
yeah,
So it's
yeah.
kind of just like
And
in
in today's news, right now, like yeah, and then they have the same.
it was all over social media and the news last night.
And that what was crazy too is the other part of it for me was just people being ready to report it and then reporting it wrong.
And not just reporting, but people like kind of riding the wave politically, trying to get political points in the middle of it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like that day, in my thought process, like they say, it's like, hold on, let's process what's going on, let's get some facts.
Yeah.
But it felt like soon as it happened, like people had speeches ready to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
like, oh, that's kind of distasteful. It's kind of, I mean, and you write what you're saying to your opinion, but
But yeah, just
it just didn't feel
the
good.
time. Yeah, the
It
timing on
didn't
it.
feel good hearing that, like, it ain't been 4 hours.
Yeah, and you on your
You on the high horse, you on your soap
making your stomp speech.
and it's
Yeah.
like, I feel you. I hear your emotion. I see that you concerned,
Right.
but it's kind of figure out how to, what I'm saying, deal with it, brother.
Right. Right.
In a
And
public facing view, you know what I mean?
oh, Ryan said Parkland. Thank you. Yeah, it was
See,
Parkland.
that was here in Florida.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's right. That's right. I appreciate that, man.
See,
Look,
it's so many of them. It's like, God.
yeah, Parkland, Newtown, Sandy Hook, Columbine, like
Nah, what's this? Ada?
Buffalo, Uvalde,
Uvalde?
yeah. And this shooter was not captured. They said he was actually killed in the incident. The other shooters have, survived. In most cases, they like been surviving too, right? That's just, oh, this guy's supposed to have killed his grandma or something like that before that too, man. It's just what's going on in the world, man.
I have no idea. I mean, I
Yeah,
do. I just my mind. It's like Dr. Butler said, like a blank.
yeah.
It's like fuzzy.
It do
But
cause a fog.
because it do cause a fog, and I think that fog be trauma.
Yeah. Good
And
morning, Sierra.
unaddressed trauma turn into other stuff.
Yeah, it show up in other ways. It show up in lashing out,
Hmm.
shutting down, health problems, health challenges, that stuff be in your body. And so what Dr. Butler said, and I did get your note, Jab, that they couldn't hear you on Facebook, but they heard you loud and clear on the radio, Dr.
Okay.
Butler. So
Okay.
if you can put it in the chat, because Dr. Butler, she's creating a healing space this weekend at Lake Vista. So she said at noon at Lake Vista, they're creating a space for people to come in and just process all of this stuff that we've been dealing with, man. And I'm telling you, get over there to Lake Vista, man, if you ain't really got nothing else happening. And even if you do got something happening, make your way over there so that you can, she said they're gonna have some therapists over there, people that you can talk to, and really, just kind of process all of this stuff that's going on. So if you could put that in the chat, Dr. Butler, I know you're on the road, so even just share it and put it on the page, and we'll make sure that we get the word out about it. But I love the fact that she's being proactive, and shout out to the Well for Life, Healing While Black, and all of the work that they're doing, man, to just make sure that we have access to the tools that we need in order to have our mental health processed and checked out. So yeah,
Whew.
yeah. Um, New York's rap on trial law passed the New York State Senate. And so last week, the New York Senate passed Senate Bill S7527, better known as the Rap on Trial Bill. It was sponsored by Senators Jamal Bailey and Brad Holyman, and it received support from rappers like Fat Joe, Jay Z, Killer Mike, and Meek Mill. The bill states that there should be clear and convincing evidence that an artist's song, video, and other creative expression is literal rather than figurative or fictional. This now makes it harder for prosecutors to use lyrics, which are exaggerated more times than not, used for the sake of art to tie in rappers in cases related to RICO charges and more. They said the purpose of the legislation is to protect freedom of speech and artistic expression in New York. The bill effectuates and enhances free speech protections provided by the New York Constitution, ensuring that criminal defendants are tried based upon evidence of criminal conduct, not the provocative nature of their artistic works and tastes. And also, there's some calls saying that this should be a nationwide thing and not just not just a New York thing.
But it's crazy.
So we need a law now.
To stop prosecutors from prosecuting people for freedom of speech. Because I'm looking at this Gunna and YSL Young Thug.
Yep.
Because they using their rap lyrics in music videos.
Exactly.
And the prosecutor said that's one of the strongest tools they have is actually, their social media and their music.
So a combination of social media and music. But here's the thing, right? Understanding that rappers are artists. Like how does that get lost? Like when we did the New Image Project, right? And then I did this write up on the fascination that America has with the gangster, right? So we just I think on Monday we was doing this day in history, and on this day in history, one of the things that happened was Bonnie and Clyde, was like arrested and ambushed. It was the day that Bonnie and Clyde. But just the movies about Bonnie and Clyde and their history and this they romanticize that. They romanticize Jesse James and they romanticize Al Capone and Scarface. You know what I'm saying? And so like where does the I want to say common sense kind of where you just for the common sense for the lawmakers to understand like this is an artistic expression what they're saying.
But there is self-snitching. And they have like clear cases of people like self-snitching on themselves through their musical videos.
Yeah.
So it's like a precedent. It's not formed. And I think it's amazing that New York is doing it. Actually,
yeah,
it's like the rap mecca.
Right.
Right now, certain states are prosecuting. Prosecutors are like hammering the rappers with RICO charges.
Yeah,
through their music,
based upon their artistic expression.
And so I hope it passed because the Senate is one of the houses of the law.
Yeah, that's what it said.
It's multiple houses of the law, so it has some more steps to go. So
yeah, that's what it said. The bill still must pass the state assembly in order to become law. The bill would actually require the signature of the governor as well to become law.
What I'm saying? And then I think the governor was supposed to be with it. I don't know.
Okay.
But it's crazy because them people got prosecutions going right now.
Yeah.
This will put a halt to some of their prosecutions.
Oh yeah, it's like the cases
get pressing.
Yeah, and that's what it's saying. Both should it pass both the state assembly and also pass, getting signed by the governor, it would set a precedent for other states to follow to stop prosecutors from overreaching when it comes to rappers and their expressions.
I mean,
yeah.
I mean, just watch how it fall. I really ain't got a big opinion.
Yeah.
Because you just got to see how it falls.
Yeah. With these laws and all of those things, man. And so, you're listening to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club, the new 99 Jams morning show right here on 99 Jams the Berg, man. And this is a community-owned public media resource, and we rely on supportive listeners like y'all, man. So if you want to keep the doors open, keep the lights on, and really continue to get this quality programming, because it is a lot of good stuff that come out of 99 Jams, man. You can go to 99jamstheberg.com, click on that donate button, and then you'll be able to donate and contribute to the show. You can also reach out to us if you'd like for us to come to, one of your events and broadcast live from one of your events, anything that you got going on. Yeah, we'll do it. We'll show up. Absolutely willing to pull up, man. And
pull up on man.
Pull up on man. Pull up on man. Monkeypox. You heard about monkeypox?
I did, and it was concerning because all my life I've heard of chickenpox.
Yeah.
So then when they threw this monkeypox, and it's like coming out of Africa, and Europe, and I'm like, what in the world?
Yeah, and then and so let me read the article because I got some opinions on this, right? So more than 100 confirmed or suspected cases of
Wow, it was
monkeypox.
like 4 or 5 when I
Well,
heard.
this is in 12 countries,
Okay, okay.
including the United States. So it's 100 confirmed cases worldwide, is what they're saying. Most cases of the rare disease have been reported worldwide, including the United States, where one health official said he
Mm,
expects more cases in the days ahead. As of Saturday, this was last week, 92 confirmed cases
mm-mm.
and 28 suspected cases of monkeypox were investigated by the World Health Organization. They list the countries that they're in. Health experts say close contact with an infected person is required to spread the monkeypox virus. Infection can develop after exposure to broken skin, mucous membranes, respiratory droplets, infected body fluids, or even contact with contaminated linen. So if somebody got monkeypox and they sleep in the bed and you touch the sheets, you could probably get it that way too. The experts say monkeypox is not as contagious as COVID-19. President Joe Biden said everyone should be concerned about the spread of monkeypox, even as scientists work to learn more about the recent spread. I saw a thing saying that they was gearing up to do a vaccine, monkeypox vaccine.
Man, like the problem is that all these diseases travel around the world faster,
Yeah,
probably more faster than ever. But it just, I don't know, it don't feel right.
yeah, something in the milk.
It don't feel right. I
So,
mean, I
yeah.
think Alex Jones or somebody should do an expose on this so we can get some facts.
Let's get Dr. Wesley on this, man. Let's get Dr. Wesley. Let's get Brother Reza.
Somebody,
Man, Reza, where you at, man? We need
what
to,
is it?
yeah, we need to get Reza out here, man. And
Well, they put a shutdown on that man. We gotta look him up.
yeah, we got to look him up. But we still got ways that we can get him, like Brother Ben. Brother Ben, we
For
put,
real, we need some expertise
yeah, we need some
because
expertise, man, to really, find out what's the story
I need
behind
to hear
this.
the other side. What the other side from it's two sides to every story,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
oftentimes it be the other side that give the facts.
And then every time they show a picture of a person with
It's a
monkeypox,
black person.
it's a black
When
person.
I seen that, I had a problem. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I see them black hands, you see the black brother chest, and
What that mean?
kids.
Yeah, yeah. It's like, what is this? What are they? Again, images are powerful, man. And when you see, you hearing this monkeypox, and then the historical
What about the monkey?
about the monkey and the
That's
black man,
it's just
like
bull,
you know what I mean?
man.
It's just a lot, man, that we deal with, that we got to go through,
And
man.
then like I just don't even want to do it.
Well, this the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club, man.
But it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like they saying we got everything.
Yeah,
You get what I'm saying?
yeah,
And it's like it's crazy.
yeah. It really is. It absolutely is, man. Um. So we said you think something in the milk ain't clean, huh?
Oh yeah, for sure, man. I mean, they just said UFOs is real, y'all.
Yeah. Well, I knew that.
But they denied that all our life.
Yeah. Well, that's
So
just wait. Remember when?
keep living.
Remember, keep on having birthdays, my brother. You just had a birthday. Keep on having birthdays, and
Did you know they did that though? They had like UFO hearings. It was the first public
I didn't
UFO
see the.
hearings in 50 years. I watched it.
Okay, okay, yeah. Well, I saw the cover of the Final Call newspaper because it was on the cover. Basically talking about it. I didn't double click and read the article,
Yeah,
but
I
yeah,
double clicked,
yes,
man,
sir,
and I
yes,
looked
sir.
into it, and it's real deal. It's crazy. They hear the government officials just openly talk about it, show their videos.
Yeah.
This is a UAV or whatever they call it, like a new thing they call
Oh,
it,
they ain't talk calling them UFOs no more.
unidentified something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Wow. Yeah, well, I definitely believe in UFOs, man. I
I
believe
did.
it,
I've been.
and I believe it's human beings. I don't believe it's like nothing extra. I think it's us.
I know. I think it's really like some other different species. Like when you
I
look
mean, I
at the
think it's
world,
yeah,
when you look at like the oceans, and you look like it's like ignorance to think that we're the only thing or the thing.
yeah. In this whole
This vast
universe of yeah,
multiverse is the way they talking about it.
yeah. Because they were showing the black hole and all that
Yeah,
stuff, the
it's stuff
galaxies.
on top of stuff, man.
I like what you said. Stuff on top of stuff.
Stuff on top of stuff, dog.
Speaking of something in the milk ain't clean and planes, there was a plane carrying more than 75,000 pounds of imported baby formula that landed in the U.S. So there's this baby formula shortage that they said, boy, it's
It's
we talk
real.
about so much
It's
going on.
disease and famine. Bro, it's books that talked about this.
It really is.
What was the name of that future teller that everybody's talking?
Nostradamus, yeah.
Bro,
Yeah.
we like which one we on?
Yeah.
7?
I don't know.
When we had seals of certain things.
See, I didn't really pull the Nostradamus string,
Yeah,
man. I just remember hearing it and
some of that stuff looked like it was coming true.
yeah, well, I mean, yeah, you write it down and you read it. It's some things you just can't. They're undeniable. You know what I'm saying? But they said the first batch of imported baby formula under Operation Fly Formula arrived in the United States on Sunday as the Biden administration tries to alleviate the nationwide baby formula shortage.
So I want to ask this question: baby formula is like the most common, or because I know I heard people say that there was something before baby formula, not necessarily the nipple, but like
something before the formula,
another kind of
yeah,
condensed milk and what
I never really just liked the idea of a formula. When you think about formula, that
did your children take formula?
did they? They did. Yeah, they did. But I think my wife breastfed for a little while, and then eventually they ended up like on formula.
Something else besides formula. Man.
Yeah, it got to be something else. But it's just so crazy that like,
be.
and they said it was caused by like one producer because they said like 90% of the
from one
formula
plant down. I seen that though.
Sound like Albert Whitted in the sewage dump, right?
Ooh.
So that's just bad.
That's a soft spot for the city.
Yes, sir.
We paying them water bills. I don't know, but them water bills high
because of that. Yeah, we just talking about that too. But the military aircraft transported the shipment of 3 formula brands, the equivalent of 500,000 8-ounce bottles.
What did we use before baby formula?
Yeah, somebody please tell us.
What was the chemical or what they made besides?
And it wasn't breast milk.
And yeah, that's what I mean.
Whose idea was it?
Who made formula? What year was formula made? 75?
Just somebody to say, you know what? Nah, what you doing ain't good. We're gonna make something.
Because I think they was experimenting with like the Similac stuff, right?
Yeah.
In the 80s.
Yeah. I think Nestle. They said I see Nestle Health Science. Got something to do with that. Gerber Foods also. Okay, here we go. These are hypoallergenic formulas for children with cow's milk protein allergies.
Okay.
And so I guess
that's why you can't use the other. Okay. Yeah. I knew it was something else out
there. Yeah. I guess they had cow's milk. And it's crazy.
So it's an artificial panic. Y'all know we like in a panic economy.
Oh yeah.
They panic, then respond to the panic. Then.
Yeah. And then I seem like, yeah, you're right. It's just kind of creating this illusion of scarcity.
Yeah.
Right. That's another one of those ways that they get you, like they make you think it ain't enough. You know what I'm saying? And now they can do all kind of stuff.
Like this gas.
Oh man, it ain't enough gas.
They done ran out of gas.
Ran out of gas. Oh my God! But yeah, because that was the other thing. So
no, they have not ran out of gas.
But this is what they said. Yeah, that's not.
It's just becoming more scarce.
Yeah.
More.
But I saw they said that Biden was actually opening up some reserves to not print more gas, but to produce more gas. And when he opened up the reserves to produce more gas, that was supposed to bring the price down, but it didn't.
Because I think we're dealing with price gouging and profiteering.
Yeah.
So I think these corporations, they already said they're already in historical profits. And then the market looking down because they can't make as much money as they did last year. So now,
because
it's like a loss. So
because they ran it up so high that and the goal is to always go higher. But like at some point, somebody got to be the baddest, mama. Somebody, the price got to be the highest. And when it get to the highest, it's supposed to go back down, right?
When?
Oh.
Like who's gonna make these gas prices go down?
I don't know. They always blame it on
say it's the president. They say
they blame it on the president,
and you know he might get 10 cent, 20 cent, not low.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
And then what's the impact of like? And then you know how this stuff, they make policies that take a long time for them to actually take effect, right? And so if Biden, he in his second year, and so whatever he do now, you probably won't see the impact of it until 3-4 years later, if he's still there. And
I was gonna say,
and so whoever next, they get the benefit of like, okay, inheriting
his success or failure.
His success or failures. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like with these companies and corporations, especially in America,
right?
Capitalism, they can manipulate and do what they want.
Right. Hold on one second. I just want to make a note.
I hear you.
Yeah, we got, there you go. I thought, let them in. We got a guest coming in, y'all. So go ahead and let her in. But yeah, just let us know what y'all think, man. Put it in the comments, man. Who's responsible for these gas prices? Like, and why are the gas prices so high? Because they, like I said, they put it on the president. They blame the president. They blame the Congress. They blame Russia and Ukraine. Good morning, Kimbrell. Have a seat. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for coming through. We're gonna have a great conversation after the break too, man. We're gonna talk about water safety and a lot of that good stuff. But you're listening to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club again. It's the new 99 Jams morning show right here on 99 Jams the Bird. If you missed the earlier part of the broadcast, man, you can go back, catch the replay on facebook.com/Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. Also, if you're in your car and you're listening right now, you're listening to 99.1 FM, and you want to keep listening when you get out the car, guess what? You can actually just download the TuneIn radio app and be able to download that, find WUJM on your radio app and lock it in. Also, if you're listening online, what you can do is you listen online. You go to 99 Jams the Bird, and you can listen live there as well. Again, man, this is a publicly owned media resource. That means it's owned by the people, man. And so we definitely want to encourage you all to continue to support the radio station, man. Show your love, show your love, show your love. I want to take this comment too from JP. JP says there is price gouging and profiteering going on.
That's right.
You worked up a huff going to open that door, man. You listen to the headphones. But he said there is price gouging going on throughout the economy. Gas production was slashed during the pandemic. And because people wasn't traveling. Gas production was slashed during the pandemic, and it takes time for the factories to come back online. There's a saying in the industry that the price goes up like a rocket and comes down like a feather.
Ooh, yeah, listen, that's business.
Yeah. Wow.
Big business.
Big business, man. Big business. And so what we're going to do, y'all, we're going to cut away for a quick second. We're going to take a real quick break, put on some Democracy Now. You get the War and Peace Report headlines, and then we come back. We got our guest. What's the proper way to pronounce your name?
Kimbrielle.
I was thinking that's how I said it. I was using my phonics, Kimbrielle.
Yeah.
And so we're gonna come back with Kimbrielle, and she's gonna talk about what she has going on, some water safety, and also like some exciting stuff that's happening over at I say the historic Jeannie Hall.
Yes.
I gotta say that. I'm gonna include that. And so we're excited to be able to have that conversation, y'all. So y'all stick around. We'll be right back with more of the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club on 99 Jams in a second.
Has opened fire at the Robb Element.
Get that up.
Children and a teacher.
How you feeling?
18-year-old Salvador Ramos had shot his grandmother before heading to the school.
Yeah.
More now from our North America correspondent David Willis.
Yes, it's a lot.
Every parent's worst nightmare, a reality once again in the United States.
Once again.
Are back.
Not 2 hours after
the courage to do it, stand up to the wall.
Stuff happening.
It's time to turn this pain into
That's a
action.
big target on the lobby's
For
back.
every parent,
That's
for
promo
every
too for
citizen in
people
this
who
country,
don't like him.
we can do so much more. We have to do more.
But the Texas
They probably got
senator
donations out the world.
Oh, the gun lobby?
Yeah, so he said it.
Mass shootings. He's
Time that we in is such a crazy time, man, that sometimes it's okay to just not be all right. And sometimes being all right with these things say a lot, right? Like if we can just be all right and move through, space and time without being impacted by this and being numb to it, like that's not the place that I'm thinking we should be as a society.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But look, so this lighter news. Check this out, y'all. It's time for St. Pete families to break out their summer swimsuits beginning Saturday, May 28th. All neighborhood seasonal pools will be open for the public. The summer season has begun, and it was announced by the St. Pete Parks and Rec Department. Spread throughout the city, there are 9 pools that offer affordable access to all communities, with most pools featuring slides, diving boards, picnic areas within their respective parks. While 3 pools are currently open on limited hours, operating hours will be expanded throughout the city pool system beginning this weekend, with some expectations. Pools will be opening during the afternoon hours. So as we prepare for the summer and begin to break out the swimsuits, we wanted to remind everyone to be safe while you're in the water. To talk about that, we have invited superstar, rising star. Look, yeah, you wasn't ready. You wasn't ready. You didn't know I did my background. I did my research. And so this morning we have Sister Kimberly L. Finch. Kimberly L. is the seasonal supervisor at the historic Jeannie Hall Pool, aka Wildwood, aka Jet Jackson. right? Located in South St. Pete. Welcome to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club.
Thank you so much. That introduction was very lit. I was not expecting that, but thank you.
No, we've been trying to make this happen for a couple of weeks now, so definitely. So how cool is it to be supervising at the historic Jenny Hall pool?
It's very cool. I've been a lifeguard and swim instructor since 2010. So for it to be 2022, and I'm stepping into this leadership role, which is a role that I've kind of sat back on.
Okay.
I like to, be involved with the community and, be in the water.
Right.
So as a leader, it's a little different. But
okay, so you're not in the water now. You just make it.
Oh no, I'm gonna be in the water. you gonna catch me in the water. But
I know what you mean.
Yeah, no, it's more
your primary
office
role.
stuff.
Yeah. You the boss. You in charge over there now.
Something like that.
There's something like that. There, something like that. So you said you've been doing this since 2010.
Yes.
Okay. And then, as a new supervisor, can you tell us some of the history behind this historical landmark?
Yeah. So before, what was it, like 1958? There was no place for Black people to swim in St. Pete.
Right.
And so one day during a city hall meeting, an 85-year-old white woman by the name of Jenny Hall interrupted their meeting, and she said, the progress that y'all are making on building a pool for Black residents in South St. Pete, it's taking too long.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna help encourage y'all a little bit, and I'm gonna write a check for $10,000 right here on the spot. And then when I get my return from my stock investment, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna write you another check for $15,000.
Right.
So with that money, I expect you to make some real progress and build these residents in South St. Pete a pool where they can feel safe and learn to swim and swim leisurely.
Right.
And so of course, City Hall, they didn't like that. They felt like they was being shown up. So they matched her money with $30,000.
Okay.
I guess they didn't have it before, but then they had it then. I don't know. So they wrote a check for $30,000, and then we got Jenny Hall. So I love that story because it just shows the power of community.
Yeah, and I think you're in a long line of swimmers. So check this out. When I was thinking about it, when you hear the Jet Jackson story, he was like, he worked at the city for like 50 plus years, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he said his first job was a lifeguard at the pool.
Mm-hmm. I actually have a picture of him at Wildwood Pool, like in his first role. I had some archives sent to me from Tampa Bay Times, and it's like a whole bunch of pictures. You can see Miss Jenny Hall receiving her plaque, and you see Mr. Jet Jackson teaching a swim class with a bunch of other instructors. So the history is very rich.
Right. And
I feel like it's something that should be shared, especially with our children not necessarily wanting to have jobs in aquatics, because there are easier ways to make money rather than, being in control of someone's life on a pool deck. There's an easier way to make $15 an hour.
That's a big responsibility.
Really big. Yeah. So I feel like, to get our youth engaged, especially our Black youth, we have to tell them that history.
Right.
We have to get them involved in that way. There's a story about Mr. Brown, Mr. Barry Brown.
Okay.
I heard that he broke the diving board at Wildwood at one point, but I ain't gonna go too deep into it. But I definitely feel like that history is something that can get our youth engaged again in aquatics. So I wanna implement that in my role.
Absolutely. And I was reading an article that was like an interview with you. I forget what magazine it was in. But your mission, the 1803 story, tell me about that. Like, that ain't on the script, but I just wanted to.
No, that's all good. So the Igbo landing mass suicide.
Say that slow, because people might not understand what you just.
Igbo landing mass suicide.
Okay.
IGBO.
Okay.
Landing mass suicide. A ship was coming from what is now known as Nigeria, and it was transporting captives to Georgia of the United States. And on this particular day, those captives had to make a decision of, will I continue this life of slavery that was forced on me, or will I do something to make a difference, to make sure that it ends with me? So on that particular day, they decided to kill their captors, destroy the ship that they rode to Georgia on. And rather than continuing life as slaves in a life that was forced upon them, they decided to commit mass suicide by walking into the ocean together in drowning.
Yeah.
Rather than continuing life as slaves. So I feel like that's another part of history that is just
Yeah.
so rich. And I feel like it's definitely connected to why 70% of our Black youth cannot swim. And that wasn't always our history. You know, at one point we were very good swimmers, but you know, racism, oppression, all that stuff happened. So
not having access to the water.
Exactly.
Yeah, you wonder why you can't swim, because you couldn't get in the pool. You couldn't get in the water. Yeah, they wouldn't allow you. Yeah. No, those are real things, man. And so how can the community get engaged and be a part of the swim lessons this year?
So registration for swim lessons has already started. It started May 16th. If you want, for the first session, we're asking that everyone goes to their desired pool's recreation center. So almost every pool has a recreation center not too far from it. And we're asking that you all go to those recreation centers, sign up for swim lessons. For 8 40-minute classes, it's $39 total.
Okay.
If you receive certain benefits, it could be as low as $13.65 for all 8 classes.
Wow.
And if your students receive free lunch, they can receive free swim lessons. So literally all you have to do is just show up.
So, oh man, that's something. If you get free lunch, you can get free swim lessons.
You have to make sure that you register though at the recreation center the first session. And then if you create like a portfolio with the city, you're able to sign up virtually rather than waiting in line or having to go to the recreation center. If you create a portfolio, you can just log on to the website, and then for session 2 through 5, you're able to put their name on the list virtually.
That's what's up. Mr. Evan, when did you learn how to swim?
That's a good question.
Campbell Park, probably like 8.
Okay.
6.
Okay, got you. Look, I just assumed you know how to swim too.
You know how to swim?
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah. I wouldn't be in here talking like
I
that
just
without
think it's a
knowing.
stereotype because I swim good.
Yeah. I swim all right. I'm gonna tell you this is how I knew I just swimmed all right. So we went to the beach. Me and my family, we was at the beach, and we had the blow up, little raft thing, the little round inner tubes, right?
Gotcha.
And so it got away. And so, Papa finna go get the inner tube.
Got to.
Yeah. But Papa went to stroking. And every time I stroke, the tube go a little further. So I stroke a little faster. It go a little farther. That's when I started thinking, okay, how far am I here really? And then my wind started kicking, and I was like, okay, so I can swim, but I can't swim as good as I thought I could. So I started yoking and came back. Long story short, the dude on the jet ski ended up bringing the raft back.
Okay.
But, you know what I mean? But
I got it back.
Yeah, but I did. I got it back. And I got a cognition. I knew at that moment, like, I'm not the swimmer that I thought I was. But I definitely could swim enough, if I'm in a dire situation.
Gotcha.
And so what are some plans to get the community engaged in this water safety activities this summer?
We have so many plans at WUJM. I am trying to come up with as many innovative ideas, things that I have not heard of before in this city to really get us engaged. So starting June 3rd, that's a Friday, we are hosting a summer-long cannonball contest.
Yep.
So why everybody laugh? Right. Everybody laugh.
It's not like fun. Cannonball and summer go together.
Cannonballs and summer.
Okay, so we're hosting a summer-long cannonball contest, and each Friday night, excluding June 10th, because we'll be having Flick and Float.
Okay.
So we'll be playing the movie on the pool deck June 10th, but every other Friday, we're going to have a different category, and those categories go from civic leaders to educators, coaches, nonprofits, entrepreneurs. So we have a whole bunch of different things. We have Michelle Rayner.
Yeah.
Michelle Rayner's jumped in. Trevor.
She gonna do a cannonball?
She gonna do some type of jump.
Okay.
She gonna into the water some way. We got Trevor Mallory jumping. We got Coach Nicole Tunsil from Lakewood jumping.
Okay.
Coach Corey Moore. We got Kenyatta Rucker from She Wins Totally. So we have a bunch of big name people who we know will use their platform to really advocate for swim lessons this summer. And that's what the goal is for this cannonball contest, just to reiterate the importance of water safety and to show that there's beauty in our own backyard and that we don't have to rely on others to make it beautiful. We make it beautiful ourselves.
There's beauty in our own backyard.
Yeah, when we show up in numbers, beautiful
yeah.
things can happen. So that's what we want to show the community this year.
And I saw Mr. Edmond when you started talking about the Friday night, how he kind of sat back in his chair and smiled a little bit. What was that all about, Mr. Edmond?
Oh no, because I like Friday night. You know, I was just talking to Ken Irby, Reverend Irby.
Yeah.
And I was talking about, Friday night done right, and
Yeah.
A sustained commitment to the youth,
Right.
so that we can use that pool,
Yeah.
making floats, all types of things.
Yeah, and I think for me, what was exciting when I saw you posting about it and how you were like really promoting it. So back in 2017, there was a young man that lost his life in the neighborhood in Childs Park, and we were trying to figure out what can we do, to create a safe space for young people to just, really just be kids, right?
Yes.
And night pool was always a thing, but it wasn't really well attended. It wasn't really well promoted, and so we said we're going to start promoting this Friday night pool. Partnered with a group called Live Free. Shout out to the Zanetta Starks, and we had a little small grant, got with some brothers from the neighborhood, and we started paying for the kids to get into the pool for free on Friday. Passing the hat, like literally passing the hat.
I love it. I love it.
Because it was like $2-3, and so what we did, we said we're gonna pay for like as many kids as possible. Paid for them to come in. We started providing like hot dogs and pizza and just creating a space on Friday nights, and we called it Friday Night Done Right. And we were doing that at Childs Park Pool for like 3-4 years, right before the pandemic. And then when I saw you doing it on Friday night, I was like, yes, we love it, because it was never intended to be an exclusive Childs Park thing. We started letting people know that it was night pool at Campbell Park. It was night pool at Lake Vista. Like the night pool is not just in our neighborhood. And then later on, we got to give a shout out to Mike Jeffries, because after we passed the hat that year, Mike Jeffries was like, okay, we got you. And so the Parks and Rec staff started working with us. Pola and them, they would go shopping and bring, get the snacks and the treats. And it's just like, it was a whole vibe.
Feeding
the kids.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like a whole vibe, flicking float. And so to see, and so to see you doing it and the energy that you bring into it is another reason I think he kind of sat back in this chair a little bit about that. And so, yeah, that's amazing. You said Friday nights. What time on Fridays?
From 7 to 9. So during our whole night pool duration, we really want to use that opportunity. Like you said, the numbers were not always the best. So last year they said about 3 to 5 kids came to Wildwood or Jenny Hall every day. Like if there wasn't like a camp
or something going on,
it was like maybe 3 or 5 the same neighborhood kids came. So I really want to get our patronage back up. I want them to see that there is power in numbers. We have to show up to utilize this pool. So that's what I'm trying to do. In 2010, we had a former mayor that tried to shut the pool down.
I remember that.
Then we helped, like, it was something.
They were trying to turn it into like a splash pad or something. So we definitely got to show up in numbers. And I believe that there's truly power in numbers, because, and you made a post about the Great Value Juneteenth.
Yeah.
But you see that they got that canceled. They're taking it off the shelf because a lot of people complained about it. So if we can get an ice cream, come on now. We can definitely get some numbers in that pool. So that's what we're trying to do this summer. Just get some numbers in. I
love that, man. And creating the space for the young people, because the other thing too with Friday Night Done Right is like we got to be intentional about creating they're back in the day. Like this is because they used to be, one of the critiques of Friday Night Done Right was like, well, you got all these kids out here, what's the message? Are you giving them any message? Are you talking to them? It's like, man, they got programming 6, 7, 8 days a week. We just wanted to create a space for them to just come and be kids and have fun sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, of course, you got supervising adults. You're gonna give them the nod, the wink. If you need to pull one of them and have a conversation, you pull them and have a conversation. And we was putting out information to the parents, but really just being intentional. Like, can we just let them be kids sometimes? Is that a thing that we can do too?
Yes.
Like, does it always have to be some program or some? Because there are programs, and this ain't a knock on program, but I was like, man, let's just let these kids come out.
Let them exhale.
Yeah. Because they need to exhale. You think about it. They go into school thinking about, what they thinking about. We just talked about it earlier, what they dealing with. You see it on the news. Somebody just shot up a school, and then you got the neighborhood stuff that's going on. So can we create space for them to just come and have a good time?
Yes.
You know what I mean? And I love that. I love it. So you said you got themes every Friday night?
Yes.
Okay.
So we have civic leaders, entrepreneurs. I know we have coaches, athletes. We got Maurice Spates and Lewis Murphy Jr. coming through. I'm lit. I'm excited. Like I can't wait to see you all come through. I'm trying to get a camera deck. a camera on crew so we can like record it.
Yeah.
So we can keep it in our repertoire. We got community advocates.
Yeah.
Like Maurice Scott. I love what he's
Yeah,
doing and
yeah,
all
yeah,
of
the
his
Black
sons.
St. Pete
So
Pledge,
yes,
yeah,
I
yeah.
absolutely love
Quest
it.
for life.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah.
We have
Keys for life, yeah.
coaches, nonprofits. We have divine non-organizations. Because when I think about it, I can't recall a time where like children in that Wildwood neighborhood actually saw an AKA woman or a Delta woman or an Omega Psi Phi man and like knew it and was able to make that connection.
Right.
You know, so if y'all want them to become you,
yeah,
they gotta
see you.
They gotta pull up.
See you.
You gotta pull up.
Absolutely.
So I definitely wanted to implement them because y'all want them to pledge, y'all want the chapters to continue, but they don't really see y'all in their communities like that. So
Right.
I wanted to give them an opportunity to come out, and then we have educators as well. And then the last one is on August 5th, and it's ministry.
Okay.
And we're doing that one in honor of Dr. Sean Thomas, who drowned in Lake Seminole. So I know that one is going to be amazing. Yeah.
Wow. Just how you got your finger on the pulse is just so inspiring.
Thank
to
you.
see that.
Thank
you know what I'm saying? Because again, when I looked at it, I was like, okay, she like a year older than my daughter.
Mhm.
So I'm kind of getting in that space now where it's like, okay, I remember the old people used to be looking at me like that, but now I don't look at like younger. It's just I think with that, like it's inspiring to see young people that have the passion, have the vision, and then also are in positions to be able to execute it. And so shout out to like the city staff and everybody for putting you there.
Most definitely.
You know what I mean, and really seeing it. And what do you think prepared you for this? Like, how did you get into this position to be able to bring this to this role?
That's a good question. What prepared me? Stories like my granddad's story, Freddie Lee Crawford of the Courageous 12.
That's your granddad?
That's my grand. So see, I got a long line of history. You feel me? So I'm just walking greatness.
Yeah,
I'm just walking greatness.
I love that.
He taught me from an early age, like you gotta say what you mean what you say, be about that action, get it done.
Right.
So I've always tried my best to just say what I mean, be truthful with it, be respectful, but say what I need to say and say it with courage.
Right.
So my granddad, he sued the city of St. Pete while wearing a city of St. Pete Police Department uniform. So all in it. So and he still sued him. So and I feel like that took courage, and I feel like Jenny Hall with her story.
Courageous 12.
Got to.
Listen to the name.
And with Jenny Hall and her interrupting a city hall meeting and being like, here's a check for 10,000. I'm gonna come back with 15 more. So y'all can make some progress on this black pool.
I never heard that before.
I feel like that took courage too. So so I just feel like preparing for these courageous conversations, it's not always comfortable, but these are things that need to be said. Our black youth are drowning. Our black families are drowning, and we're not only drowning in oppression and racism and grief, but we're drowning when it comes to swim lessons.
Yeah, like literally drowning
because we don't know how to swim, and we're not really getting our families in these opportunities. So I want to make sure that we know about them, and I want to make sure that we utilize them, because I truly do believe that there's power in numbers. Also in 2020, I wrote a list of things that I wanted to obtain.
Okay.
And discernment was one of them. So, and I feel like learning the definition and then having the opportunity to actually understand what it is.
Right.
I needed that, because I've learned in this role that some people only want, not all, but some people only want to help you along so they can keep tabs on where you're going. And I want to make sure that I am being intentional with the people that I interact with when it comes to this purpose, because when I do it from my heart. This is not a show or something that I'm doing for likes or for validation. I'm doing this because Southside kids need a place to swim. They need to learn how to protect themselves in aquatic spaces. So that courage and that discernment when moving throughout the community and having these conversations and telling people telling me, yeah, I got your back, whatever you need, I can help you with. Just having the discernment to know your intentions may not be so pure. Your intent, just being able to really just focus on what I need to focus on, so that I'm able to get the job done.
Absolutely. No,
So
I love that.
those
I
two
love that.
things, discernment and courage, have definitely helped me prepare for this role.
Thank you. And we want to thank your mom because I think it was your mom that got you kind of into this.
Yeah, my mom said I signed you up for a lifeguard class. It was about $200.
Okay.
If you fail, you got to get another job, and you still got to pay me back that $200.
Yeah.
So, I was like, well, since I'm already
South St.
in
Pete,
it,
man.
since I'm already in it, I might as well just go ahead and knock that thing out. But it was so many other things that I was dealing with at the age of 15. Like I didn't want to be a lifeguard because I was already a chocolate girl, and I'm like, dang, do I really want to sit in the sun all day, get darker? That was something that I had to overcome. So.
Man.
It's a lot.
real.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
And I wonder if that's why some of the girls in St. Pete, I mean, I know like our hair is like a really big thing, but now we have swim caps that are so inclusive.
Oh yeah, because you can't swim and get your hair.
Exactly.
That's a thing. Yeah.
Won't.
Yeah.
And won't.
Oh, yeah.
And won't.
And I won't.
And I won't. So they have black owned swim caps now, and so I wonder if some of our children, if they don't want to do it, if they don't want to take on this role as a lifeguard, because they don't understand the power of the sun just yet. They don't understand the power within us.
Yeah.
Just quite yet. So it's a lot. But I'm very thankful to my mama, man. Shout out to Big Kim.
Yeah.
That's my baby. Yeah, but she did her thing. She did her thing with
That's
it.
beautiful.
Yeah.
So give me the days and times again. What's the hours for the pool?
So we are open from 12 to 4 p.m. And then we have night pool from 7 to 9.
Okay, and the night pool is one night a week?
Yes, on Fridays.
Okay, got it.
Some pools are closed on Saturdays and open on Sundays, like Jenny Hall, we're open on Sundays.
Okay, Charles Park, same way.
Yep, and then some pools are closed on Sundays and open on Saturdays. So you got to just make sure you call ahead. A quick Google won't hurt nobody, but you just got to figure out before you make that drive and, make sure you're at the right place at the right time.
Man, that's a neighborhood pool. Y'all can walk over there. Y'all can look over there and see.
Y'all can show look over the gate.
You can look over there and see.
Y'all better look over that gate.
Hey, just holler around the bay. Y'all open today?
Right.
What y'all doing today?
Right.
So you listening to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club, man, the new 99 Jams morning show. We got our special guest, Kimberly L. Fenton. She is lit, man. For real.
Always.
Just in case y'all missed it. And if you just tuning in and you missed it, you can actually go back, catch the replay, facebook.com/Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. Again, listen online, 99jamstheberg.com. Download the TuneIn radio app and find WUJM 99 Jams. We're asking that you donate today, not later. Do it today. Advertise your business, sponsor a show, and if you're doing an event, reach out to us in the radio station and we can come out. Matter of fact, Ms. Damon, what you think, man? You want to pull up and do a broadcast from Jenny Hall?
Oh, that'd be lovely.
King Reed, Kiana, because Kiana is a mermaid.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like a fish.
She
Y'all
jumped.
think she'll jump?
Would she jump? She jump off boats.
Oh, she do.
She jump off boats, man. What you mean? Got video evidence. She jump off boats in the ocean.
Yeah, I think that'd be powerful. We time it right.
Yeah.
We
pick us a night and we're gonna come over.
I love it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Just like that. That's how it happens. That's how the magic happens, y'all. And so what we're gonna do, man, is just we're gonna continue to encourage y'all to support it. Water safety. What else? You got some water safety tips for folks? Like just some do's and don'ts and some things that maybe not common knowledge.
My first one is going to be to get engaged.
Okay.
I know that's not really a tip, but I can't really give you the rules if you don't come out and see the environment.
Okay.
So you got to get engaged. And like I keep saying, there is power in numbers. So I need y'all to register for these swim lessons.
Yes.
I want to be able to turn people away. I want to be like, nah, sorry, we are full.
Yep.
You got to go to Child's Park. You got to go to Lake Vista. You got to go to Campbell's Park because Jenny Hall is full at this park.
Yeah.
So I want to be able to experience that.
I remember doing that.
So I don't know when the last time they did it because according to them, only 3-5 kids. So I want to be able to be like, nah, we ain't got no room. I want to be able to do that. So
you're gonna be surprised. Just the energy that you bring in. You're gonna be really like you bring in a lot. Like I said, you got us coming over there.
Yes.
I mean, so I think God's really gonna bless you to get the results that you after because the energy that you bring, the sincerity that you're expressing. One of the comments in here was, do you have adult swim lessons?
So For the first time, Jenny Hall is going to be offering adult swim lessons.
Okay.
Our first session was canceled due to lack of staff.
Okay.
But we're gonna be back by session
That's
2.
the black people that don't want to get in that water and mess their hair up. Right?
We're gonna be back by session 2, and we're offering adult swim lessons from 7 to 7:40 p.m.
Okay.
We got it at the very last minute, so ain't no I'm at work, and it's at 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock, yeah.
It's at 7 o'clock. From 7 to 7:40, a group of y'all can come out and engage in adult swim lessons. Because again, and I wanted to make sure that we implemented adult swim lessons in honor of Dr. Sean.
Yes.
Because we it's not just our children. And if a parent doesn't know how to swim, there's only a 13% chance that their children will learn.
Mm-hmm.
So I really want their children to be in swim lessons, and then I want them to see their parents putting on their swim caps, putting on their swimsuits, and getting in the pool, overcoming their fears. We can't make our children do it if we don't do it. So we gotta be the example that we want our children to see. So we definitely have adult swim lessons coming from 7 to 7:40, starting session 2. And I'll definitely keep y'all updated with some info on that too.
Okay, that's what's up. And what you just said when you talk about the children swimming, I was watching an interview that had Jay-Z in an interview, and he said he learned how to swim after he had children.
Interview.
You saw that one?
Yes, he learned how to swim in Blue Ivy.
Yeah. After he had his daughter.
Yes, I love that. I'm gonna have to post it on my Instagram.
Yeah, because he said if she got in the water,
what will I do?
What will I do?
Yeah.
So it was like, okay, this is something that I need to learn how to do, so I can protect my baby, man.
Mm-hmm.
So adults,
that's powerful.
You know what I'm saying? Like adults need swimming lessons too, y'all. Like for real. And then
and not just learning how to swim from point A to point B.
Okay.
Because what a lot of people don't know is that Dr. Sean was actually an okay swimmer.
Okay.
He swam. So it's about learning how to protect yourself in bodies of water, and learning how to control your emotions when you're in a state of panic in an aquatic space.
Right.
So not only swimming from this wall to this wall and then getting an award for it, but learning how to flip over, float, breathe,
that's what I need to
reevaluate yourself.
I'm telling you, when I went to go get that thing.
Come on and sign up for these swim lessons.
When I went to go get that thing, I realized.
You're really good.
Yeah, because that's right though.
But you're right. I never heard that aspect of it.
Yeah.
So you say only 30% of black people swim?
Yes. So 70% of Black youth cannot swim, compared to 45% of Latino youth and 40% of white youth.
Wow.
So we got some catching up to do.
Wow.
And I'm here to make up for them numbers.
Wow.
So that's what I'm here for.
I love that. I love it. So again, we want to thank you for coming in. We're gonna keep this thing going. You want to hang out for a little bit? Because we still got a little bit more time.
Yeah.
I just want to make some of these announcements and things that we got. Mr. Edmond, can you help me with one of these? Do this.
God bless America.
Yeah, God bless America, and a few more white people.
Okay. Yeah, they do.
All right. And so Pinellas Opportunity Council, y'all.
Pinellas Opportunity Council. Pinellas Opportunity Council is now offering rental assistance through the Senior Citizen Service Grant. That's the Senior Citizen Service Grant. Eligibility.
Yeah, say that 3 times fast.
Eligibility.
Yeah.
Required. Eligibility. Hey, you must be 55 years old. You must live in Pinellas County, and you must meet POC income guidelines. And if you need more information, North County, you can call 727-937-9393. That's 727-937-9393. Mid County, 727-202-6803. That's 727-202-6803. And then South County, you can call 727-822-4492. That's 822-4492, and that's Pinellas Opportunity Council Rental Assistance Senior Citizens Grant Program.
And while we on the Pinellas Opportunity Council, they're also now offering rental deposit assistance through a grant that they have with the Pinellas Community Foundation.
Okay.
They can assist you with up to $1,000 for deposits, because that's a big deal. Like especially when people who are like living in hotels. This is one of the things that we found, when people during the pandemic was getting put out of their houses, they was living in hotels, and you can't really save up the money to get out of that situation because of the deposits. And so what Pinellas Opportunity Council is doing is they're offering assistance up to $1,000. Again, you must live in Pinellas County. There are some income guidelines that apply. Those same numbers that Mr. Edmond just gave you, you give them a call and they'll be able to assist you as well. Just as a note here, they said that any remaining balance must be paid prior to assistance. So if your deposit is $3,000, they'll give you that last 1,000. You got to come up with that first two. And so, yes, definitely some programs, some resources, and some assistance out here that's available for us. We want to again remind folks too about the Smell Something, Say Something campaign.
Yes, yes.
And so, knowing that having these odors and these foul smells in our community are not normal, we should not normalize it. And if you smell something, please say something. Report it to the Pinellas County Air Quality Department. 727. I was trying to do it off the dome because I don't have it in front of me, but I ain't gonna mess it up. Have y'all calling the wrong number? So we'll post it on the page.
Yes.
Calling somebody auntie.
Yeah, calling somebody auntie. Y'all
Yeah.
call it about that smell.
Say something, because in our communities we deserve to have a healthy environment.
Yeah, man.
Environmental justice. Environmental justice. That's the air, that's the water, and we have to step up and take control of our own community by reporting when we smell something, see something that it don't belong.
Just how about that? Just call them. Like when you smell it, like, hey, that ain't normal.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Is it gas? Do we smell like propane? What is it? Is it sewage? What is it? What do you smell? And then make that report, because now, like never before, people have been making reports. So I'm gonna give big shots out to Charles Paul, Brother John, the whole team, because like all these years, people haven't even been reporting that they smell this.
And we had a lady, she stayed there 28 years. She said it come into her living room. She could smell it, when she's sitting in, like not just on a porch, but actually into the living room, because she lived right across the street from this refinery.
Stuff to try to tape it up and stuff.
Yeah, wow. But she never called and complained until this campaign kicked off.
She probably didn't know it was a problem. She thought it was just.
Just figure that it's something like that. Like this is where I chose to buy my house, and I just got to deal with it. But that's not how it go, y'all.
It's not. Big shots out School Board Member Edmund for kicking this off. She was teaching that on Fairmont Park,
because it was a mindset shift there. Because it was
the same
the same thing at the schools. The schools had to normalize it too. That's
that's the smell. Go in, y'all go in.
Yeah, it's bad today, y'all. So we just finna go inside.
School Board Edmund.
Caprice Edmund.
She jumping in the Kennebunk She jumping on behalf of educators. Yeah.
I love it. Don't you know?
I
had to say that because I don't think she knew. She didn't know. She had no idea, man. And then also nonprofit service agencies, social action funding, social services agencies that provide homeless services and or homeless prevention services. You can now apply to take advantage of for up to $50,000 in social action funding grants from the city of St. Pete. Priority is being given to agencies who provide homeless families with minor dependent children, unaccompanied youth, and those aging out of foster care, individuals who are most vulnerable, chronically homeless individuals, and veterans, and then victims of domestic violence. Agencies can take advantage of grants, again, of up to $50,000, depending on the eligibility. There's only one application per agency is being permitted. If you'd like to be able to apply, there is a bidders and technical assistance workshop that you have to attend. That's going to be Friday, June 3rd from 9 to 11 at City Hall. If you'd like to get information about this, more information, you can contact Miss Teresa Jones. You know what I mean? And Miss Teresa, I got to just give her a huge shout out because she always sending all the info. So you can contact her at teresa.jones@stpete.org, or you can call the office 727-893-7627. Last thing that I want to say, it's probably not going to be the last thing, but I was raised in the Baptist church. So in my conclusion, you got about 4 conclusions, right? The Childs Park Neighborhood Wellness Walk. The Neighborhood Wellness Walk is this Saturday. What we do is it's part of the citywide Healthy St. Pete initiative. Okay. And we do these neighborhood wellness walks. So we just get out, walk through the neighborhood, get some fresh air. Look, fresh air. If it's fresh, and if it ain't fresh, we gonna call and do the advocacy that we. It's just so, we did not plan, boy. No, don't play with us. So when we walk in to get fresh air, if the air ain't fresh, we gonna call. But it's 9 o'clock this Saturday, and we also have an Urban Yoga Foundation. So Clayton and his team, we come out, we do some yoga.
I never did yoga until
to Clayton. Park. Okay, yeah.
I don't think it was Clayton at that time, but it was amazing.
Yeah, it is. It's really It is
in
amazing.
the grass. You know, it's a little vibe out there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Definitely a vibe.
And
I don't like they cut all the trees, but that's a whole other show. We
yeah,
gonna be
Duke
on it.
Energy. Yeah, we do. Let's put that in the
We don't like
headline.
that. We don't like that taking our tree cover.
Next up, we're gonna talk about Duke. You know what I mean? We got to talk about Duke chopping these trees
I'm
down.
telling you.
Yeah,
I'm worried about the storm, so we got a storm. Can you talk about the storm prevention?
yeah. So we actually. Oh, thank you for that. That was a reminder. I told you in my conclusion.
Yep.
We got more.
Yeah, but wait, there's
There's
more.
more.
So we also on June 25th, we're going to do a hurricane supply giveaway
Yeah.
in preparation for hurricane season. So hurricane season kicks off June 1st,
So,
and we putting together the hurricane supplies. We're going to give them out. We're going to do like a neighborhood block party.
and I love it. We'll do this in the hood.
Hold on, can
Yeah.
we partner on that?
Let's
Because
do it.
I'm doing
Talk
some
about it.
I'm doing some water safety on
Mhm.
hurricanes and natural storms. So can we?
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's build.
Absolutely.
Listen, let's
Yeah, we
build.
can. We absolutely can.
Because often in our community, hurricanes and stuff come, and we don't be prepared.
Mhm.
So, like Irma, this was a little before Irma. We started this,
Yeah.
but
When Irma happened, it like
we was in concern that hey, where the flashlights, where your batteries?
Yeah.
You know? So we had little kids, put the kids together. Shout out to Gospel Ministry.
yeah, Farida and
I love
Alan
that.
Yeah,
Humphreys.
that was the
Yeah.
distribution spot,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
love that.
yeah, we did that, and
and we're gonna keep
we're
doing
gonna
that.
keep doing it. And we also having conversations about resilience. And what does resilience look like
For us,
for us? You
Mm.
know what I mean? What does a resiliency hub look like in our
what
neighborhood?
does a resilient community look like?
What exactly? Because here's the thing: it looks different in different places.
That's right.
And so what's one community's resilience may be another community's something else.
That's
And,
right.
and so we want to really be specific about creating resilient communities. We've been having these conversations ongoing for the past year and a half,
Straight up.
and doing some concepts. Like we got some concepts that we've been putting based upon feedback and input from residents. And so yeah, it is a lot happening. I forgot all about that one. That's June 25th. Save the date. We're going to do it. That's also the fourth Saturday, so it'll be a part of our neighborhood wellness theme.
That's right. And you want to be a vendor.
Yep, you want to be a vendor?
Information, you got what you got. Come on, bring it.
Yeah, come out, get the word out, man. Talk to the people, man. Like our sister said, you want the people to join you, they got to see you.
See you.
They got to
We gotta
see you.
rewind that. That's a quote.
Yeah. You want them to join you, they got to see you.
See you.
They got to see you. I see Pi Young, Pi. Okay.
Power up.
Oh, Pi said POC has assistance for heating and cooling repairs too.
Yes. I remember they had the weatherize program too.
Yeah. So,
But don't quote me. I don't know if it's still going on. Check out Connecticut's Opportunity Council for what they have to offer.
yeah, absolutely. Because it's like if your AC break down,
Yeah.
they'll help you fix the AC.
Especially this hot weather coming.
Man,
Yes.
what you talking about? Climate change is real, even if you don't believe it. But you know how hot it be.
Mhm.
You know that hot. It was so hot the other day. You know, it was too early to be.
So, how hot was it?
It was so hot. You're right. Let's get good setup. It was so hot. When I walked out the door, it made me cuss.
Ooh.
Yeah. I mean,
Boy, that's that old hot.
Yeah, that's that old hot. I mean, I cuss, but that hot made me cuss that day. It was like you walk out and be like,
Yeah.
it's hot out here. That can't breathe hot. So it's something going on with the atmosphere, y'all. Because
Really?
it gotta be. Like this sun
I
don't
ain't
feel.
experienced it. I don't know.
Just think about the
AC
sun.
must be on.
Think about the sun we used to be in and the sun you be in now.
I feel like
That
it's
is-
completely different.
Is it different sun?
It's a different
It
sun.
feel like a different
Like
sun.
seriously.
I was lifeguarding in 2010, and I'm like, it's a different sun.
It's a
So is it
different-
like
It got to be a different
levels
sun.
1 to 10? How much has it changed?
No, that's a big question.
I'm just saying, this is for the audience too.
Mm,
1 to
mm.
10. If the sun has changed, how much was it? Was it a 4, 9's a 5?
It's
Was
some
it
white
a
folks
six?
got some data on that.
Was it a 6, 9's a 9?
So ask the white
Oh
folks.
yeah, that is how they do it, dude. The PF balance, right?
Now see, you finna make me tell you. I'm just trying to plug
yeah,
up so that computer don't drop. Y'all keep going.
balance. Yeah, that's a pH balance.
Oh, wait,
You know,
I
with the
gotta-
alkaline water and all that. You know, went from the climate change to alkaline water, all in the same breath.
Wait, before we go, I gotta we having one more event.
Okay.
We having a seafood boil
Ooh, when?
at the pool. It's June.
Is that when we come?
No.
Ladies, look.
Y'all coming on a Friday.
Hey,
This is
that's
on
Look, we coming to the seafood night, right?
This is I believe it's on the 26th, but I'm gonna have my cashier confirm that date for me.
Okay.
But we having a seafood boil, so we want all the families to come out. If you enjoy seafood, it's $20 a tray, and You can pay for admission for your kids. So we'll watch the kids while you eat your crabs on the pavilions, and then your kids can swim. They can.
That's a great idea.
I know, right?
She said, I know.
I know.
They ain't gave you a raise yet.
Nah, so that was actually my cashier Angie Hall. That was her idea.
Okay.
I'm just helping her promote it.
Angie Hall.
Angie, she coaches basketball. She's
Okay, I call her crazy Angie.
Why you call her
Cause
crazy?
she crazy. No, she know I call her.
You need.
I don't. Look. Say it behind your back. I say it to your face. She know I call her crazy. But I love.
But she's passionate.
That's what it is.
She's passionate. She's crazy about her hood. She's crazy about her city, and that's what I love.
But that's why I can say it live, because it ain't like crazy how we think. She just has a lot of passion.
She has a lot of
for
passion
what she does, and she like she pours it into everything she does. Yeah. You kind of crazy. You march for 200 days.
You marched for 200 days.
Yeah, and during
I didn't even try.
Yeah,
I didn't.
He just kept waking up and going.
I just didn't stop.
Ended up like, I ain't gonna tell the whole story, but you did that. You did that. But that's a different kind of crazy, man.
You crazy.
We called him and was like, bro, what you doing?
You crazy.
Were you in St. Pete or like were you traveling?
In St. Pete. Yeah,
we did do a little traveling though, but it was St.
Yeah, went to DC with it. Took it all the way to Washington DC, man.
Wow.
And took people with him up there. And that was, because again, this is the second anniversary of George Floyd that kicked that off. And so that was 2020. And in 2020, my brother right here, man, was really crazy about progress and crazy about equity and crazy about seeing, change in the way that things are being done around here, man. And we need more crazy people. Ooh. So you know what I mean? Like
I want to get a little crazy.
Let's go. You is crazy. You crazy.
I'll take it.
That's what I'm talking about. Let's get crazy.
Let's get crazy.
Community. I like that.
No, that's real.
Trademark it.
Right now. It'll be a program called Crazy for the Community.
Yeah.
You're gonna get $25,000 a day.
No,
and then come and get us to try and volunteer.
Right.
This is not funny.
Yeah, it's the truth. It's the truth.
This is part of the usury in the community. We need to stop it. People need stipends. People need paychecks. People need careers.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So I know some nonprofits listening. I know some bosses listening.
Yep.
Stop trying to play people.
Come on, man.
Bust the budget open and make it equitable.
That's
Bust
right.
the budget open.
That's right.
For real.
Bust it wide open.
Bust the budget open.
Bust the budget. Look, there's another one. Bust the budget wide open. That's how we gonna get people to go to City Hall in September. Bust the budget wide open.
I like that.
Put that on flyer.
No, for real.
Bust the budget wide open, man.
St. Pete, bust the budget wide open.
Yeah,
I like that.
Let's do it. All right, Kimbrielle, final thoughts.
Thank y'all for the opportunity. This was super fun.
Thank you for coming.
I can't wait to come back in like 3 months after the summer has ended to tell y'all that we
bust numbers.
Yes,
Yeah.
we went from 3 to 5 kids to 102 kids. I can't wait to tell y'all that.
Yeah.
So I'm ready for the update, but I'm also ready to experience it and create great memories with these youth. I've created like a TikTok. I'm trying to learn how to do that, so when the kids come, we can have something to actually.
You talking about learning how to do it? You already got it. I saw you TikTok.
It's trial and error,
how
but
you
I'm
pull the
getting
thing
it.
out the back. I see it.
No, so the one I did for the Black-owned Band-Aid company, Browndages, they actually messaged me and was like, "Yeah, we want to use this video for promo."
So tell them bust the budget wide open.
Bust the budget wide open, man.
Bust the budget wide open.
Yeah, man. But good things are happening. Great things are happening. And like you say, when you believe and do good, man, good things happen. So I'm definitely motivated this summer. I'm all gas, no brakes, and I just can't wait to see progress.
I love it.
That's inspirational.
It is, and that's why we wanted you to come. I knew it was gonna be there. I just felt it. I knew it. I knew it. Mr. Edmond, final thoughts.
Just silence for the families who lost their children and 19 kids.
Yeah, let's take a moment. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Because it's real. Like, once we land this plane and we walk out of this door, reality is still there. When you turn your radio back on and you turn off the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club and Democracy Now come on or whatever you hear, you're gonna hear some real wild and crazy things.
Yeah, this was a little escape,
Yeah,
but we didn't escape far.
yeah, that's right. But that's true.
Still here.
That's true. We still in it, man. And so, and with that in mind, this is kind of the space that I've been in. If I had to give a final thought, I've been really deeply reflective these past few weeks, man. With the transition of my sister, it's just been really an interesting time for all of us. I played the song on Monday, Love is in Need of Love, right? Because the people who give the most sometimes need the most, but they don't see it. And she was that person to all of us. She is our caregiver. She's been on. She like everything we do, she was there, and that was really her superpower. Her superpower, was her presence. And just being present, knowing how to show up for people. Knowing when to give you a word, knowing when it's just silence is needed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so for her, on the it was April 23rd, she did a U versus U workshop, grief workshop. And then April 24th, she went into the hospital, and 4 weeks later, she didn't come out. You know what I mean? She actually transitioned. And so it's been a really deeply reflective time. And so where I'm at with this thing, man, if you having differences with folks, if you got, issues and all of that stuff, man, when you double click on it, and you're gonna realize that stuff, what you beefing about, it ain't worth it. It don't matter. You never know what's gonna happen from one moment to the next, man. So have those tough conversations that you need to have. Resolve your differences, man, and love on your people, man, because you never know, what tomorrow brings. And so, again, there's more that needs to be done. That needs to be said. I want to thank y'all for tuning in to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John.
I'm the one and only Mr. Ed, man.
And go ahead.
Oh, I wanted to give myself a shout out. Okay.
Yeah, no, I was gonna tell you. That was fantastic.
I am the Southside Pool Advocate, Coach Kim.
Ah,
Yeah, y'all let know I had
that.
got in the bag.
You're gonna come back before the summer's over. We got
I don't mind.
love the energy. Love the energy.
Real.
All right, y'all take care. Peace and blessings.
St. Petersburg.
Look, he whispers.
Peace and light. This is your brother.
Oh, I like these.
I would like to invite you
Yeah,
to
we'll
the
lead these
Tampa Bay Breakfast Club on 99 Jam every Monday and Wednesday morning from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. For the
So,
latest.
and this one ain't age restricted. That's that money they still got to get rid of.
Yep.
Make sure you tune
That was all in
in.
yesterday's
Start your
board
day
meeting
off
and
right.
report.
The
Yep,
Tampa Bay
money that's
Breakfast
left
Club,
over.
right here on 99.1 FM, 99 Jam.
Man, we need to update that.